What's happening everybody, welcome back to another video, and today we're going to be diving deep in this brand new iPhone 12 Pro and set it up in a way that we can get the most out of this. These will be about 10 to 20 tips from basics to more advanced ones, so if you know any of these, simply skip to the next one. These all tips and tricks would apply to all different kinds of iPhone 12 models as well, whether it's mini, Pro Max or whatever. I also have some free app icons giveaway linked as well in the description, as well as some cheap accessories, so you might want to go and check them out. With that being said, let's get started. So right off the back, as we all know that now Apple has much less bulkier boxing done for the iPhone for protecting the environment, which I'm sure is a waste because every separate accessory comes with its own box, so I don't know how that's gonna help. As soon as we open the box, we're welcome with this camera side of the iPhone, as this is the most differentiating factor compared to the previous model, and it kind of makes sense as well. The box also just has the USB-C to Lightning adapter and some much smaller amount of manuals. The edges of the phone are much flatter now, and this metal, despite being very strong for the drops, is very much of a fingerprint magnet. The SIM slot is to the bottom left under the volume down button. I'm just gonna skip through the basic setup. Once that's done, let's go over the general navigation tips. If you want to exit out of an app, simply swipe up from the bottom. If you swipe up and hold, then it will show you all the running applications. You can simply swipe up on any of them to quit them. You can also do the same for multiple applications at the same time. You can also swipe left or right at the bottom edge like this to switch between the applications. You can also swipe down from the top right corner to access the control center, or you can swipe down from the top left corner to access the notification. Let's talk about control center. This is where you would find all the shortcuts of a bunch of features as well as applications like backlight, calculator, and many more. You also have an option to add or remove any of these applications by going into settings, then control center. I want to point out one very important feature of Notes application. If you add it to Control Center and then simply tap and hold on to it, you get some amazing features, especially scanning documents, where you can scan a document directly to your phone and send it to somebody instead of having a need of a printer. Since we still need to buy a new charger for it and there are tons of accessories that we can also purchase, I have some cost-efficient option linked in the description as well, so check them out. Next up, I want to talk about Face ID feature. We all understand that during COVID-19 or maybe afterwards as well, having a mask on might be the new norm. Apple understands that it would be a trouble to keep taking the mask off to unlock the phone, and that's why they've added this new option to have an alternative Face ID where you can simply register another face or a different person's face as well for your Face ID. This next feature is the must-have, and it's sitting right there in the settings. It's called exposure notification. This feature warns you about an area where someone has been exposed to COVID-19 and helps you stay protected like that. In certain countries, since it's a very sensitive data, government doesn't allow Apple to access that data and actually have their own applications that do this job. You will still get the option to download that specific application once you enter your region. In our case here in Canada, we have this COVID alert application. Make sure to download that. Next option is wallpapers. The built-in wallpapers from Apple are amazing, but one of the main features that iOS 14 brought to the table was to be able to change the layout of your phone according to whatever you want. So if you need to find some very creative wallpapers, I would suggest going to Zedge application. The app has been in the market for over a decade and has all types of wallpapers as well as ringtones, and it's completely worth it. Let's talk about layout changes. I won't go too much into detail about this because there are tons of videos about this already, but this is the basics of how to change the layout. If you tap and hold on the screen, you would enter this shaking mode where you can simply see the dots at the bottom of the screen. Just tap these dots and you would see all of these home screen pages available. You also have this option to uncheck any of the pages that you want to hide. If you were to tap the plus icon at the top left corner, you can add any of these widgets available with these different sizes. You can also drag them anywhere on the page to make it look nicer. As I mentioned previously, I also have some free app icons giveaway linked in the description as well, so go ahead and check them out. Let's talk about the camera application. The iPhone camera has always been the best among all for videos. Instead of scrolling over the video option, you can actually tap and hold on the shutter button to record a video. If you want to lock it there, you can simply hold and move your hand over to the right side and it will keep recording. If you remember, tap and hold was usually for burst shots, but now you can do the same by simply swiping to the left. You can tap on any of these numbers that represent the zoom and switch between the camera lenses, or simply tap on one and then move this zoom wheel that appears to slowly do the same. You can also tap on the top right corner to switch between the quality of the footage. One more feature that you need to be aware of is this green dot. that appears on the top right corner of the screen sometimes. This visually shows you that certain privacy related parts of the phone circuit board are active. This is a great feature that reminds us about privacy and potential hacks. Green actually represents the camera and orange represents the audio recorder. Next feature is the photo and video editing, which has gotten much more advanced than before. Simply tap on this edit option at the top right corner when you're looking at a picture or video, and you can get all of these features to play around with and make your image look much better right in your phone. We're all aware of this huge social issue with phones and all the possibilities that it comes with, that we tend to waste a lot of time on it, and that's why there is this screen time feature that lets you know how much time you're spending on doing what exactly on this device. There is a widget for it as well, and this is actually kind of a reality check on how much time you're wasting. Next is to set up the email account on your phone. You can go into settings and mail. This is where you can simply log in using any of the services you have and basically start sending emails. If you have multiple accounts, you can also set up the default account as well as signatures at the bottom of every email right here in this option. That's it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to hit that like button and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.